Hey guys, how's it going? Check this out. This is the new Hello Gorgeous worked up into Tunisian crochet. And in this tutorial, we're going to cover the twisted knit stitch, which is a stitch that's kind of left out of several patterns I've noticed. So anyways, we're going to incorporate that along with the modified Tunisian simple stitch. I'll show you guys both of those, and when you alternate each stitch and each row, you're going to come up with this nice little speck design, okay? And this is really awesome because this particular stitch lends itself to a guy or a girl, and then of course you can add the optional oversized fringes or tassels if you would like. Alright, so this is size 4 yarn, and for this particular stitch I recommend a size 7 Tunisian crochet hook or larger to make working your stitch smoother and less rigid. However, if you're going to use a smaller yarn, such as one of these little dollops by the Yarn Bee, and by the way, if you've never purchased these, I actually got these on sale, so they were like maybe $1. If you've never used this particular type of yarn, it works up really smoothly, and also it's really awesome for like workout headbands, okay? And it's got like a little bit of stretch, and it's not so yarny like, you know, like the other acrylics, okay? But if you're going to use a smaller one, you can definitely size down in hooks. This is a size 5, and I used this hook for this particular headband. But anyways, if you're going to use one larger, or yarn that's thicker, I definitely recommend a larger hook, okay? For today's tutorial, you're going to need Tunisian crochet hook and some yarn, and we're going to start off with a chain of 12. So I'll meet you right back here with a chain of 12. Okay, so we have our chain of 12, and then, you know, we're just going to pick up all of our loops and start our foundation row. You can crochet in the back hump if you would like, or you can crochet in just the top loop. All right, so go ahead and continue to pick up your loops. I'll meet you right back down here, and then we'll close our row. All right, so we're back down to the end, and then we're just going to do a normal closing. So pull up one loop, and then you're just going to pull your hook through 2 loops all the way down. Okay, and I'll meet you right back here. Just a sec. Okay, so we're going to skip our first bar as usual, and we're going to do the modified Tunisian simple stitch. And all that is you're going to go through your first vertical bar and the front horizontal loop right there, okay? Like that. Yarn over, pull it up. Okay, and you're going to do this method all the way down, so let's do it one more time. So go in through your first vertical bar there, front horizontal loop, yarn over, and pull through. And this actually makes for a less dense Tunisian crochet, a Tunisian simple stitch, and also it will help with the roll. If you just did, you know, if you just went through the front bar only, you would have more fabric doubled up back there. But by picking up that horizontal loop, you're actually lifting it up so that it's not just like a big fat hump in the back. Okay, so I'll meet you guys back. I'll meet you guys at the end. Let's just do that one more time. Vertical bar, horizontal loop. All right, I'll see you over here. Okay, and we're back down to the end, and we're going to just do a normal closing. Pull up 1, and then pull through 2 all the way down to the end. Okay, and I'll meet you right back here, and that's where we're going to start the stitch pattern. Twisted knit and modified Tunisian simple. Okay, so we're going to start our pattern here, and the modified Tunisian simple stitch is just simply insert your hook into the front vertical bar, like that, and then into the front horizontal loop, pull up, and there you go. Now, the twisted knit is very simple as well. You're going to take your hook, move that front vertical bar over, poke your hook through, whoops, pull up a loop, and that's the twisted knit. Now let's do that one more time because I did go out of frame there. So we're going to do the modified TSS, vertical bar, front horizontal loop. And what you're doing when you do the TSS this way is you're actually lifting the fabric up so that you don't have this extra thick roll back here. It keeps your fabric from rolling, and it makes it a little flatter. Okay, so you've done the modified TSS, and now we're going to go back to the twisted knit. Take your hook and move the front vertical bar over, and just go straight through. Okay, and then follow with the TSS. I'm not going to say modified each time because that's what it's going to be. It's the same way every time. Front vertical loop, or I'm sorry, horizontal loop. There you go. Yarn over. Twisted knit. Okay, I'll meet you guys right back here. And you're going to end this row with, let's see, you're going to end this row with a Tunisian knit stitch right here, the twisted knit, and then just a normal TSS in the last loops. Okay, so we're down to the end, and we're going to finish off with a twisted knit, and then a normal Tunisian simple stitch in the last loops. Alright, I'll meet you right back over here. You're just going to do a normal closing on all the rows. Alright, so now the first row, after our foundation row, which is really the third row, after the third row, your fourth row, you're going to start off with a Tunisian twisted knit, because remember, in the third row, we started off with the modified Tunisian simple stitch. So whatever you start off with in one row, you're going to do the opposite in the following row. Alright, so let's get up close so you can see the twisted knit. Move your... Whoops. Let's try that one more time. Pull it over, through. Alright, and then you're going to do your TSS. I'm not going to say modified every time. You guys know, okay? It's modified each time. I don't know if you guys can hear that down there, but my son is down there playing with my daughter. So if you hear little gasps and giggles, that's what it is. Alright, you guys. This essentially is the pattern, okay? I'll meet you right back over here, and we'll do one more row just so you can see how the pattern is going to look in just a few short rows. Alright, so on this fourth row, what you would have had was a Tunisian simple stitch and then another one. On the row below, remember, we had a Tunisian twisted knit and then the TSS. So it's going to be opposite on the end as it is in the beginning, and you're just going to alternate the rows for the pattern. Okay, so we'll do a normal closing, and I'll meet you right back here. Alright, so let's work one row uninterrupted. So we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch, and then the twisted knit. Back to your TSS. Alternating all the way down to the end. I tend to bunch my stitches together when I'm doing this, just, normally, so probably happens a little bit under the camera too. So we're going to end with twisted knit and a TSS in our last loops. So you can see how you have your little speck effect, okay? So and this is the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see a nice neutral color like this lends itself to, you know, guy or girl. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with the Crochet Lady today. Okay, I'll be in touch with you guys in the very near future. Okay, you guys. So just some quick finishing tips. Now, I didn't do anything fancy on this end. I just made fringes, tassels for the other end. And I will show you guys how to do that too in another video. Of course, there are a lot of methods out there that you can look up super easy. So all I did was I took a lavender, this is also a red heart yarn, and I just did a single crochet around the entire edge. And then once I did that, I used the V, okay, I crocheted into the V, which you can see right there with this off-white, which is by Impeccable Yarns. Impeccable makes really nice yarn too. Then I just did a half double crochet on the final edge. Now for each corner, you're going to want to do 3 single crochet in the first, 2 rows of your finishing. So you're going to want to do 3 single crochet in each corner. And then, of course, when you get to the half doubles, you're going to want to do the same amount so that you have nicely shaped corners. Okay? Now, if you used a size 7 hook, you may want to size down to a size 5 to do your edge, because this will bring your project closer together and you'll have less gap on the edge. If you use the same size hook that you used to make your garment, you may have like a looser edge, which you may want. I particularly don't like that on certain ones, so I just chose to use a smaller hook to draw it in, and it doesn't really change the size of your item. Okay, so those are just a couple of finishing tips on how I finished this. Alright, once again, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you in the very near future.